Hello. Welcome back to the topic of GIS discussion of Supermap Software iDesktop. This is the fourth video about supermaps. If you haven't watched the video before, you should watch the previous videos about Supermap. This time we will discuss mapping and layouting in supermaps. Let's just start this tutorial. As always, create a workspace with a data source as I taught in the previous video. Name the workspace and data source. For the dataset, I'll use a shapefile. I will import the data shapefile as a dataset. Now all the data shapefiles have been imported. We can add it to a map. I'm only going to select a few layers that I need. To add data to a map, you can do it by right-clicking Add to New Map. Then add the other layers you need. I will add layer roads, rivers, settlements, and administrative boundaries. You can edit the appearance of the map you've created. For example, I will edit the road color, river color, residential area color, and administrative boundary color. This is an example of a simple map view. You can explore the menus for color visualization according to your wishes. You can create a thematic mapping, which is a map where we can select the attributes contained in the dataset and distinguish automatically based on the attributes we choose. To create a thematic map, right-click on the layer to be created a thematic map, and select Create Thematic Map. You can change the appearance based on what attributes you choose. For example, I will create a thematic map of the administrative dataset layer that is differentiated by region name attributes. In addition to the previous method, you can also go to the Thematic Map menu tab above, then select Unique Value. Make sure the layer you want to create a thematic map is selected correctly. This time I will make a thematic road map by distinguishing the colors from the road class. For example, roads and paths will be differentiated in color and thickness. You can create your own according to your taste and your needs. I'm just giving an example. You can label your map by selecting the layer to be labeled, then on the Thematic Map menu tab, select Unique or Uniform Label. If you choose Unique, the label will be automatically created with the difference between one label and another. But if you choose a uniform, then all labels have the same style. Just like when we create a thematic map, we can also change the appearance of the labels as we want, such as example, font size, font type, label background, label rotation direction, or others. You can explore on your own so that the map you create is just what you want. In addition to unique value, Supermap iDesktop also provides a ranges map, which is useful for mapping the population or other population statistics. For example, the number of people between countries, or the number of trade figures of a region. To create a range map, the method is the same as before, you just need to select the range map. You can edit the appearance of this range map according to your wishes. Unfortunately, the data I have does not have complete statistical data, but you can try it with other data if you have. In addition, Supermap iDesktop is also equipped with thematic features of maps related to tables or charts, be it column tables, donuts, or pie charts. How to create a thematic map with a statistical table is the same as the previous method, only you need to choose what table or what type of map you want to create. Please explore for yourself as it depends on your needs. If you're done editing the view of your map, don't forget to save this map. You can open this map at some point if you need to. And you can start creating new maps again if you want. If you forget to save your map, then everything you've done in your data visualization will be lost. That's why make sure you have saved your map. In the Supermap, there is an AI Mapping menu tab. In this menu, you can choose a theme automatically. There are several themes menu options, so you don't need to set up visualizations anymore, because map visualizations are already applied automatically by Supermap. These are some examples of AI mapping themes that you can apply. You can also create your own theme, saved in the form of an image file format, such as JPG, then applied to the Supermap. Once your map has been created, and you have saved your map, you can create a map layout by right-clicking on the layout and selecting New Layout. There are various variations of layout templates that you can use. You can choose any of these templates. From this layout, you can print to a printer or print to a PDF file. On the right is the Map Properties layout, where you can set the appearance of your layout. If you don't want to use an available template, you can also use a blank template. You can set the orientation of the layout, whether portrait or landscape. You can also choose the size of the paper to use, whether using A3, A4, or A0. To add a map, go to the Operations Objects tab. On the Maps menu, select the map shape, whether a rectangle, a circle, polygon, or any other shape. You can set the size of your map. In the Map Properties layout, you can set the scale of your map, how to rotate your map, the center position of your map, and so on. To set the center position of your map, you can change the X and Y values of your Map Properties layout. You can add one or more maps to your layout. For example, I added one main map, then there was a map inset. You can create your own ideas. Just like the previous step, in this inset map you can edit the scale and center of this inset map. How to set the appearance of these two maps is up to you. Save the map you just added. Then go back to your layout. Add the map in the same way as before. This time, I tried another form. I'm going to put the inset map inside the first map. You can add other shapes such as bounding boxes, text, map grids, legends, map scales, or others. The additional information can be set through the properties of each item. As an example, I will add text, map grid, map legend, and map north. The property settings are located on the right. You can set anything from font size, font type, color, map legend content, north shape, and more. How the final map will look will depend on you. Here I just give an example. I add some text, then I'll change the font type and font size. You can replace it with another type of font according to your taste. Then I added a map grid. For example, I added a map grid in latitude and longitude formats. You can change the latitude and longitude intervals according to your map. There is no benchmark for the value of this interval. It all depends on the aesthetic value of your map. If it is too tight, it can be stretched and vice versa. Then I added the legend of the map. You can set what items you want to display. You can also set the font size of the legend yourself. I'm just giving an example, but for the best look you should adjust it yourself. Then I added the map scale. You can also set the scale of this map. You can change the font size of your map scale, as well as the type of scale you have. Finally, I added the north direction of the map. You can set the size of this north. The type of northbound direction of this map also varies. It depends on which one you want to choose. Once all is done, you can save this layout. If you want, you can also create a different new layout. I think this video is enough to get here. Thank you for watching to the end. Please share this video with your friends. Continue to support this channel by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Stay tuned for my next video. Goodbye.